Imagine you're sitting in the boardroom of Circuit City in 2006. Once a darling of retail, now scrambling to keep up with the tech giants rewriting the rules. The air's thick with denial, executives refusing to admit things are unraveling. What really happens when the mighty start to fall? Jim Collins dives into this exact drama, revealing how success can mask the cracks beneath and how some companies choose to fight back while others vanish forever. It starts subtle, the sweet poison of winning too much and believing you're untouchable. That's where decline sneaks in, unseen but deadly. Circuit City's rise was meteoric in the 80s and 90s, dominating consumer electronics retail. But after years on top, their leadership grew cocky. They ignored emerging threats like online retail and aggressive competitors like Best Buy. This hubris, believing past success guaranteed future triumph, set the stage for a dramatic downfall. Think of hubris like a wildfire starting in dry grass. Success fans the flames, each win makes leaders drier and more combustible. Soon they're blinded by heat and smoke, unable to see the green patches that could slow or stop the fire. This is how complacency and arrogance fuel self-destruction. Yet Collins found companies who avoided the plunge by staying humble. Olympic coach Herb Brooks famously said, "You're not as good as you think you are, get better or get beaten." A touch of humility sharpens your senses and keeps you alert to danger. The mighty don't fall simply because they succeed, they fall when they forget to keep learning. When trouble hits, denial becomes a dangerous refuge. But once reality bites, panic kicks in, a frantic scramble for a miracle that rarely comes. Kodak invented the digital camera in the 1970s, yet buried it for fear of undermining their film empire. For decades, they denied the threat digital posed, clinging to the past. By the time they woke up, the market had moved on. Their desperate moves to catch up only hastened the collapse. Denial clouds a leader's judgment like thick fog on a highway. You can't see the curves, the cracks in the road ahead. Decisions get made too late or in panic, steering off course. This fog feeds illusions that everything's fine or that a magic fix is imminent. Collins calls this the grasping for salvation stage. Think of it like a drowning person clutching debris instead of swimming. Companies chase risky deals, flashy products, or charismatic new CEOs promising a quick rescue. More often than not, these gambles drain resources and hasten irrelevance rather than reviving the firm. But all's not lost. Collapse is a self-made tragedy, and with discipline, great companies claw their way back from the brink. IBM, once bleeding in the 90s, brought in Lou Gerstner, an outsider who refused to accept the Death Watch narrative. Gerstner cut through bureaucracy, focused the company on customer needs, and steered it away from chasing every shiny idea. Discipline and brutal honesty turned IBM's near-death into a multi-billion-dollar revival. Collins compares recovery discipline to a compass in a storm. When everything's falling apart, you need clear values, rigorous honesty, and a willingness to say no to distractions. This focused persistence channels energy away from panic and toward rebuilding a solid foundation. The payoff, companies slipping down the stages of decline can stop, stabilize, and even rise stronger. It's not luck, but a conscious decision to embrace tough choices, admit mistakes, and rebuild with humility and rigor. The mighty aren't doomed to die, they fall because they choose to and rise when they choose to fight. Back in that tense 2006 Circuit City boardroom, denial almost sealed their fate. But the story that Collins teaches us is that falling is no mystery or fate, it's a series of choices, one after another. So next time you sense hubris creeping in or denial blinding your team, try this. Hold yourself accountable with brutal honesty and ruthless focus. It might just be the line between falling and rising. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.